Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to Easy Learn. This is the basic engineering mathematics that is we had started the course earlier, and this is the chapter number 3, that is decimals. We had already discussed chapter number 1 and chapter number 2 in details, and if you have any problem in the previous chapters, you can found these previous episodes of all the chapters easily on Easy Learn, and the playlists are available for chapter number 1 and the chapter number 2 in English as well as in Urdu. Okay, further before further proceeding, let's talk about the topics that we are going to discuss today. Today's topics are very simple. First of all, we will try to discuss the introduction of the decimals very precisely. Second, we will discuss, this is our main topic, we will try to discuss converting the decimals to fractions and vice versa. Means to say, we will try to cover that fractions. We already discussed the fraction in details in the previous chapter, so in today's episode we will not discuss about the fraction in details, but just tries to convert the decimals to fractions and back fractions to decimals, and add, we will discuss with the help of examples, as you know, and at the end I will also provide you some homework questions as usual. So first of all, before discussing decimals, discuss some theory. The decimal system of numbers is based on the digits 0 to 9. All the digits, all the number systems is basically decimals. Means to say that there are total 10 digits. If we include 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, these are the total 10 digits. So all the number system is the decimal is included in the decimals counted in. For example, let's say a radio is tuned to 107.5 megahertz. This is an FM radio, and this number, that is 107.5. 107.5 is always, any number is from this range, that is 0 to 9. So 107.5 is an example of decimal number. So again, for example, when we talk about to purchase something in a shop, from a shop, then let's say 57.95, this is another example of the decimal system. So remember that here, that 57 is a complete integer, but this 95 shows that this is a fractional part, not if complete 58, but 0.5 less, 0.05 less than 58. So this shows that this 57.95 is not exactly 58, but it is little bit less, and this is a fractional portion of the 58, that is 95. So 57 is complete and called a complete integer, and 57, so the fractional part is 0.95. So this is 57.95. This dot is that separates this complete integer from the decimal or the fractional part. This decimal, when we are going from right side towards the left side from this dot, this first term is always have a is the least significant bit, and it is called start from the unity, that is units, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, so on. Its power is increasing, and from towards this side its power is decreasing. For example, this is 9. Remember that when we go towards from dot towards left side, the first one has a power 1, that is called units, and we have to multiply when we going towards from right side towards the left side. As you can see that here 5 is multiplied with 10 plus, because it has a tens. If here, for example, 6, here for example here is a 6 as well, so we have to multiply 6 multiply with 100, because it has a power of hundreds, but here not 6. So 5 multiplied by 10, then we have to add, then again 7 multiplied by 1, because it has a power of unity, then dot, so there is no dot, just add sign, and 9 divided by 10. Remember that when we moving from towards the fractional portion towards right side of the dot, then we have to divide, and starting from 10. This is important point. Sometimes student mistake this, and then when student goes to a right side, they divide first by 1 sometime in by mistake, because you have to start with 10, because if you multiply with it 1 or divide it with 1, that is the same, because we already tried the 1 and in multiplication case, or if we again do this in division, this is same. If 1 is multiplied with some any number or divided with any number, this means it's same. So 1 is here or one time used. So next we will start it from 10, then 100, 5 is divided by 100, and so on. Its power is increasing, but it is in division, in divided case. So this is the way. And first of all, converting the decimals to the fraction, this is a very simple case. This is a decimal number and we are going to convert it to a proper fraction. This is 0.375. This is a very simplest case. Let's suppose there is a 5.375, then it means that 5 is a complete integer and 375 will be a fractional portion. So we will also we will always discuss and separate the fractional portion from the complete integer. So this is sorry, what is this? Yeah, this is an already separated portion, 0.375. Here you can see that the complete integer is 0. So this is a very simplest case. Starting from this simplest case and converting it to proper fraction. Proper fraction, remember that proper fraction is a fraction in which the numerator is smaller than the denominator. In other words, denominator is greater than the numerator. So how to convert it to a proper fraction? The first step is to multiply and divide by a same number, because this is an equation. We have to balance this equation. If we want to multiply with some quantity or some number, we have to divide with the same number. For example, this is a dot, and just count the digits here. These are the 1, 2 and 3. So then we have to multiply it 3 zeros after 1, append 3 zeros after 1. So it means if 1000 multiply with 1000 and divide by 1000. Take this dot as a 1. So these are the zeros. So 1000 divided by also 1000 to balance this equation. Just multiply this 1000 with this. In other words, this is 10 raised to power 3. Remember that we always, when you multiply this with this number, the fractional number, this dot will be no longer after multiplication exists. Okay, so we just because you can see that we multiplied after counting these numbers just to eliminate this dot. So it becomes 375 and dot will be here at this moment, but we are not discussing this dot and we cannot write this dot because it was at the end, and at the end there is no need to put the dot. Okay, 375 divided by 1000, after simplification it becomes 3.8, and since both 3 and 8 are only divisible by 1, so we cannot further cancel out any fraction. So 3 by 8 is the simplest form of fraction. Here you can see that the answer 0.375 is equal to 3 by 8. You can see that the denominator is greater than the numerator, so it is a proper fraction. This is the theory that I already explained. You can read it by yourself. I will try to provide you these notes in the PDF form in the description. Convert 3.4375 to a mixed number. This is the second case. Here we are going to convert this number to a mixed number. This is the second case. In the previous example, we tried a number to a proper fraction, but here we are going to discuss convert a decimal to a mixed number. So this is another case that I was talking in the previous example, that for example here this is not a 0.4375, this is the 3.4375. so 3 is not a fractional part. We are going to separate 3 from the fractional part, that is 0.4375. so here you can see that 1 2 3 4, so we have to multiply it by 10,000. If we are going to multiply with 10,000 to eliminate this dot, then we have to divide also with 10,000. When it is multiplied with this, definitely dot will be eliminated and no longer exists. Then this 10,000 is we have to cancel out this. For example, by dividing by 5, it becomes 875 by 2000 and so on. All the steps are solved here to for further clarification. If you have any questions, you know what you have to do. Since both 7 and 16 are only divisible by 1, we cannot cancel any further. Hence 7 by 16 is the lowest, hence 0.4375 is equals to 7 by 16, and so on. Remember that these three we didn't this is the 0.4375 is equal to 7 by 16. This is 0 point, but the question is 3.4375. so this is the 7 by 16 is answer of this fractional portion only. So 7 by 16 we have to, when we are going to append 3 with the fractional portion, so in the answer we have also append this 3 with the proper fraction, so that it will becomes with the it will becomes like a mixed number. So for example, here in the question it is 4.4375, so we also write it here 4.4 7 by 16. If it is a 5 here, then we have to write here 5 7 by 16. So this is the theory, you can read by yourself. This is another example. Express 7 by 8 as a decimal fraction. This is this reverse case when we are going to represent a fractional a proper fraction to a decimal fraction. To convert a proper fraction to a decimal fraction, the numerator is divided by the denominator, a simple division. But I'm just to recap the previous concepts, so I'm going to explain this process, how this division takes place. This is the numerator and this is the denominator. We are going to divide with the denominator, so this is the dividend here, that is greater because this is the proper fraction. So we have to write here 0 point. We are going to use a dot, insert a dot, because this is less. If I go with 1, 8 multiplied by 1, this is 8, so we are going to use dot here, 8 dot, then there are the 3 zeros available. 8 into 8, that is 64. We are not going, this is the maximum that we can obtain. So 8 into 9, that is 72, we cannot use because the answer will goes into negative when subtracting this portion. So the maximum 8 into 8 64, answer is 6. Append 0 from here, then 8 into 7 56, then answer is 4. 8 into 5 40, complete 0, and this is the answer 0.875. this is the answer of the 7 by 8. Express this mixed number to a decimal fraction. Mixed number is, again, this is not a fractional part, so we are going to separate this 5 from the 3 by 16. So 13 by 16 is this is 13 is inside this, that is the numerator, and the denominator, that is 16, we are dividing. And for again because this is denominator is greater than the numerator, so we are going to use again 0 point dot. We are going to use dot. So when we use dot, then we have to append with the number of zeros that we needed. So first of all, to take it as a 130, this is I uses this line to show that this is now 130. So 16 into 8 128, just 2 left, append 0, then 16 into 1 16, 4, then 16 into 2 32, then 8 left, 16 into 5 80, and complete. This is 0.8125. but remember here that this 0.8125 is the answer of the 13 by 16, not 5 13 by 16. So if in a question this 5 is here, then you also write it to replace this 0 with the 5. That is the answer of this will become when we write here 5. As you can see here, in this case 13 by 16 is equal to 0.8125. Thus the mixed number 5 13 by 16 is equal to 5.8125 as a decimal fraction. So this is the homework, very simple episode today. If you have further any questions, you can use the comment section, and also suggest us also for the further clarifications, and you can also use our Facebook page, and 30 days support is available for every video. By the way, here I see that this is the 14th question. In 14th question there is a mistakenly this is 11 by 11 3 by 16. Okay, for practice this question is mistakenly removed from there. This is 16, that is hidden portion, and these are the answers are also available. So take care, watch, learn, grow. See you next time.